Match reaction, Manchester United 0, Newcastle 3. Please just take over, because my head's completely fell off, to be honest.
Listen, I think everyone's heads fell off there. That was so shambolic, it was unreal. I thought to myself tonight, said it yesterday, yes, there'll be new players coming in, give them a chance. At the end of the day, the same old rubbish, and it was rubbish, so shambolic, so poor. That midfield there, the moment Hannibal got booked, that was it. There was no fight. There was no desire. We're supposed to score goals, Man United. You know, that's what it's all about. And there's no goals coming from anywhere. But the lack of effort, the heads going down, like you say, my head fell off. I am so angry that I can't get angry. I spoke to a few people and they are just so angry. And I've got to give full credit to everybody what suffered and stayed in that ground to watch that till the end. So fair credit, but so angry. I'm struggling for words myself here.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And, you know, you look in the first half, already 2-0 down going into half-time. You come out in the second half, you know, we're seeing in the first 3 minutes a bit of combination play between Wan-Bissaka, Anthony looking to find Martial. But I can't really remember their goalie having to make a save. Let us know the stats out there, but I can't remember it.
No, that's the thing. There was no pressure put on their goalkeeper in the penalty area. Nothing seemed to be there. I looked at that first half, and United just couldn't keep the ball up front. I thought Martial was poor, his touches and everything was poor. I thought he would have had a better game, to be honest with you. I thought he would have been ready to go. But that's Anthony Martial. To me, I look at that team, and I look at the club as a whole, really, and there's just a virus going right through this club. I don't know what Ten Hag can do about it. He'll have to persevere. I did say a couple of months ago, and I've said it a few times since, that I can't see this changing before Christmas, and I definitely can't. And he's in serious trouble here, Eric Ten Hag, because at the end of the day, no matter what I think, you think out there, that we've got to keep the manager, you know, we've got to persevere, we'll get through it. At the end of the day, it's a results-based business, and he will come under big pressure. I don't think tomorrow, but going to Fulham, I mean, big pressure here now. This team, I don't think the players are throwing him under the bus.
Do you get that feeling from previous managers towards the end, where we have seen players down tools? Are you getting that same feeling? Because I'm not really getting that.
No, I'm not getting that feeling that the players are throwing him under the bus. I don't think it's the end with the team and the manager. There's some serious problems there. We know that. No, I don't see it. There is a team out there. It's just like we've been hit with injuries and changes have gone on, things have gone on and off the pitch. But that can't be used as a whole excuse. What we see on the pitch is like an attitude of when something goes wrong, we can't seem to raise our game and fight back as a team. Yes, certain individuals, they try and give it their all. But at the end of the day, it's a team game and we don't see any fight back. And it's not just one game. It seems to be every game. And Ten Hag, I don't know what he can do with it at the moment. I think what he has to do, in my opinion, right, is drop one or two big name players and stick with the same team. Chopping and changing now. Every player has had a chance here at Manchester United.
I've got to say, though, you're saying dropping big name players, but didn't he do that tonight with the likes of Rashford, Bruno, Højlund on the bench? And we've not seen any more improvement there. We've all said we want to see some young, fresh legs give it their all, start some of these games, but it's still the same problems.
No, it's still the same problems. Yes, we wanted players fresh. It's the Carabao Cup, OK? So we've got to look, we've got to experiment. That's how this cup is supposed to be. It's disappointing getting beat, clearly, right? I'd like to have gone forward, but needs must. So the change tonight was the right way to go about, hoping that players would pick up the baton and take it forward. It didn't work. So what he has to do, he has to get this team, right, put 11 players out there and say, right, this is the way it's going. This is the style. I didn't see any style tonight whatsoever. I don't know what the tactics were because, you know, at the end of the day, are we going to win a game when there's nothing happening up front? There's no style. The tactics aren't there. So he has to stick now to a team because at the end of the day, it's do or die for Eric Ten Hag, and the powers that be here at the club will not hang on for much longer because it will be demanded that he goes. I don't want him to go, I want him to stay. But the reality is of football, it is a results-based business, and he is under serious pressure. And these players, right, are letting themselves down, they're letting the fans down, and it's not acceptable. So at the end of the day, we need 11 men, what Erik ten Hag can rely on, and then he has to stand or fall on his sword.
Yeah, big decisions to make. Like you say, we're not scoring goals. We're creating chances in other games that we have played recently. But tonight, you're not really seeing anything clear-cut. And going forward, like you say, if we're not scoring goals, we're in big trouble. I mean, in people outside the ground, maybe we want to see Amrabat and Casemiro in midfield, but they're not the ones who are going to go and get you the goals.
No, there's no goals in this team. No goals whatsoever. The crosses are poor. We can't beat the first man. I've said it time and time again. Where's the free kicks? They don't create anything. You know, there's no chances coming from free kicks or corners. It's poor. And to be honest with you, right, I look at some of them players there, and really, none of them deserve the wages, to be honest with you, right? They're supposed to be a team, togetherness and all that. That is not out there. And Erik ten Hag, I don't know whether there's off-field problems. I look at where's Varane?
Varane's meant to be ill tonight, and that's why he's not been in the squad now. Is that something that's gone on through the City game, being left out? We've seen it before with players apparently with mystery illnesses, not turning up to games in the past.
Well, every time a player sort of doesn't seem to be there, we have this mystery illness, and again a mystery illness. The man's fit, he's ready to play against City. He wasn't there, he's not there, and I don't believe the illness bit, and there's many a time I don't believe it. But the thing is, we have to look forward now, and we have to look at that Fulham game. How big is that Fulham game? This is a crisis, a big crisis. I don't see it really turning around. I don't see how it can turn around at the moment. I think what the team has to do, and everyone has to do, they have to back what Erik ten Hag's doing. And he has to now get 11 players out there and say, I trust you. I trust you. I could go through a list here, and I'm sure you can, of every player you think shouldn't be out on the pitch. And to be honest with you, it's the majority of what you've seen tonight. But Erik ten Hag now has to put his trust in certain players, because if he doesn't put the trust in him and keep him on the pitch, okay, then he's out. That's what will happen, right? These owners will have him out. We've seen it before, and it'll happen again.
It's all right saying putting trust in certain players and keeping them in the starting 11 or bringing others in, but do you think he's got the tactical nous to solve this problem in Man United scoring goals?
The next 3 games will tell you if he's got the tactical nous. If he can't turn it round in the next 3 games, then we're not blind, you're not blind. We will see that he can't turn it round. I'm a big backer of Erik ten Hag. I want him to be here for at least 3 years. I always thought it was a massive job, and we'll have times like this. But the thing is, you can't see a way out of it. 8 defeats in 15 games. Do you know, and I say it again, I've been watching United for 55 years, actually going to the games. And I actually can't think of a stat like that in my lifetime.
At the start of a season.
At the start of a season. Now, that's tough to take. That's why I'm raging. I don't look as though I'm raging. My head's fell off. It fell off a few times in there, right? And it was so poor. But on the positive side, it's not a positive side. I have to turn around and give credit to Newcastle here. They were 3 excellent goals, and I don't think Onana could do anything about him. But when you look at him, it was poor tracking back, poor marking, players out of position. I thought Dalot was very poor in his tracking back and his positioning, and there was a few other players there. But when players can't even get it, a free kick or a pass past the first man, then there's something seriously wrong. But I don't think they all work for each other. You've seen that. Like I say, after about 15 minutes, they all stop working for each other. And I've said it time and time again, that it looks as though other players are looking for other people to do something. And everyone seems to be doing that. No one's taking responsibility. The responsibility is ridiculous. So, you know, I can go on and on and on and slag every player down. And I mean slag him down. I can slag the manager down, okay, for his I don't understand the substitutes late on, to be honest with you. But, hey, you know, them substitutes, what come on, what could they do? They've got the same attitude. The virus is in them. Every player what come on, they've got the virus. You know, you might as well just call it Virus United.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there because there's not a lot of positivity there at all. But yeah, just get your thoughts and opinions on that game. Just a reminder as well, we've got an interview coming out at 10 a.m. in the morning. And let me tell you, make sure you get that notification on because I've done it with my dad. And yeah, it's an
You need to watch it.
It's an explosive interview. So make sure you're there at 10 a.m. Thank you.